Hello everyone, welcome back to Prompt and Process, where we upskill with confidence, one tool at a time. Today we'll be learning something really handy on Excel function series. The functions that generate random numbers. Whether you're creating sample data or running simulations or just want to test a spreadsheet, this function will save you tons of time. We'll look at RAND, RAND between, and RAND array. These functions are really handy. Let's get to it. The RAND gives you a random decimal number between 0 and 1. Every time you refresh or press F9, the number changes. Let's look at an example. We start by entering our equal sign, then the RAND function. Hit enter and it gives you just a random number between 0 and 1. So this is it. Of course, if you want, you can always round them up to any number of decimals you want. Let's go ahead and round them up here, and we reduce them to 4 or 2 decimal places, and here we'll have it. But just notice that anytime I do F9, the number changes. There's a way we can stop this. But first, let's go to the second one, which is RAND between. Now, let's say you don't want decimals. You want whole numbers within a specific range. That's where RAND between comes in. Now, let's see an example with the math score. Equals sign, then the RAND between. You can see it from the drop down. Click on it. Then what we want to do is the math score. Let's say we want to give them between 50 and 150. You close the bracket and hit enter. It gives you 85. Now let's pull it down and populate the whole cells. You can see from 71 to 129, which is the highest is 149. But bear in mind, anytime I click on F9, it refreshes. This is RAND between. Finally, here's the big one. RANDARRAY is only available in newer versions of Excel. Unlike the RAND between and the RAND, which only works within a single cell at a time, RAND array can generate a whole block of random numbers in a single formula, both rows and column alike. Whole number lets you pick true for integers and false for decimals. Okay, let's see an example with the math with the English score. Let's go ahead and put our equal sign, then the RAND array. We can see it from the drop down and we double click on it. It opens up a bracket and we go ahead and enter. Now we are going to, let's say, 5. Now this 5 now is the number of rows you want to populate. Okay, let's use 10 because we have 10 cells. Then the one here is so that it's just one column. We put our comma, then put 1. It's a straight column. Now we go for 10. 10 is the minimum value allowed in the random numbers. Then 50 will be the maximum numbers that are allowed to be generated. Then we go ahead with our true because we want whole numbers. We don't want decimals. Then we can close our parentheses and hit enter. You can see it is fully populated, and those numbers range from 10 to 50, between 10 and 50. So that's how, instead of dragging it, entering one rand or rand between, we just use the rand array and enter our commands. This is how it works. Let's try it the other way around. So let's put our formula, which is the rand between, rand array. Then let's enter our commands. We want to do, let's say, 4. This is what we are going to do. 4 for rows, comma, 4. We want 4 columns. Then we want the minimum numbers to be generated to be 0. Then we want the maximum to be 100. Then we want it to be false. Close our parentheses and hit enter. You can see it's generated like this, and it's not whole numbers. 4 grid of random decimal numbers between 0 and 100. These numbers keep refreshing themselves. Anytime I press F9, they all regenerate, and one cannot perform any meaningful calculation with this. So there's a way you can freeze them, and this is just, you just copy everything, Control C or Command C, copy. Then you come to the paste, you click on the drop down, then you select paste as values, and here you are, paste. You can see the temperature is no longer regenerating anytime I press F9. Others are regenerating except the temperature. And this is how you can um, do all of them. You can just copy them and paste them as values so that they'll stop regenerating. All of them have been recopied and pasted as values. So when I click F9 now, they are all fixed. Now, after doing this, you can perform any calculation without the numbers changing. Now we've come to the end of this video. So to wrap it up, we talked about RAND, which is random decimals between 0 and 1, RAND between, random whole numbers between any limit you set. And then finally, we talked about the RAND array, which offers more flexibility for both whole numbers and decimals using true or false. All you need to do is just to set the right conditions, and you can generate your random numbers. Until we'll come your way next time, keep learning one tool at a time. Have a pleasant day.